So once again, I will first define the class name, which is taken from the folder name and the file name, and it's going to extend as Zend controller plugin abstract. Before I go into details about putting ACL and auth together, I will talk a little bit about the plugin. The plugin is a part of Zend Framework MVC that is able to run based on certain events. So when the dispatcher hits a certain portion of the execution, the plugin will run. The available positions of the execution are outlined on this page. So we have route startup, shutdown, dispatch, pre-dispatch, post-dispatch, and so on. We're interested in pre-dispatch because we want to have this particular plugin execute before the dispatcher kicks in. That is, as a recap, dispatcher is the one that puts the controller view and action together. So we want this plugin to run before the controller is executed because we want to check the permissions first. So this plugin is going to have a pre-dispatch function in it. So by creating a pre-dispatch function inside of this plugin, whatever I put inside here will run just before the MVC is compiled together. So just to see that it actually does that, we're going to put in here pre-dispatched action, and I see exactly where on the page it pops up. But before it will actually work, we have to register it, and we do that in our Bootstrap file. In a Bootstrap file, just pick any function that is responsible for loading things, because you know that that's one of the first things that will be run, so you're not into a danger of having the plugin code being looked at after some action already executed. Once again, we want to make sure this happens at the extreme beginning of the application execution, and the init autoload function is a perfect place to do that. So to register the plugin, we need an instance of front controller, because that's the class that is responsible for loading all of these extra plugins. So we're going to put an instance of the front controller in a fc variable, so front controller instance. And now it's just as simple as registering a plugin. New plugin check, plugin access check. So once again, we're registering a plugin in the first function that ever loads on our application. We're registering it with the help of front controller, and sorry, too many files open at once. Right, and because it's a pre-dispatch, it is executed right before the controller is called. So if we go to any page, notice how the pre-dispatched action occurs above everything else on the page. So we know this function was called way before the book controller was called. So now we're confident that our security checks that we're going to put here will do the job. If the permissions are okay, it will go ahead and activate the controller. If the permissions are not okay, then the application will exit before it will have a chance to do the action requested. Another little thing to note about the plugin is that the way it is now, it is somewhat outside of our MVC layout. Because we are not extending Zend controller action, we do not have access to all of the methods and actions that we need. So we can't simply do something like and expect it to work, because these variables are outside of the scope of the Zen controller action. So we need to pass the variables manually to it. These variables we're going to store in a private properties. They're going to be called accordingly ACL, and we're going to give an initial value of null. And to set these variables, we are going to create a construct that will help us define them so we can work with them when we get to the pre-dispatch method. The two variables that we're going to need are ACL and auth instances. There. So when we call this plugin with the appropriate parameters passed, it's going to set its private properties with appropriate instances, and that way we're going to work with them here. To pass the parameters to the construct, we need to go back to where we're calling the plugin in the first place, which is our bootstrap file, and we're going to add the parameters here, which means that we need to get our instances prepared. So at this point we are going to create an object based on the library ACL, and we're going to need a current instance of the authentication. So once again, we're passing in the parameters that hold the model object of library access control list and the current instance of ZendAuth. Now, remember that our ACL is based on the resources which come from the controller. So how do we find out what controller is being called? For that we're going to get the request variable. The request variable is going to come from as a parameter of Zen controller request abstract. Request abstract, and we're going to put in the variable into a request. So to get the resource name, that's going to be our action. And for the second part of the ACL, we're getting in the action part of the URL. So once again, when a pre-dispatch is being called right before the controller and viewer are being put together, Zen controller request abstract gives us a request parameter variable which we use to get the name of the controller and name of the action that user is asking to access. This is not the actual controller and action that is being run. This is the controller and action that is being requested by the user at this one given time.